Eddie is the most excited Beatles fan because he found some of the trees where maybe John wrote some of his songs, or maybe he went just down to the water, to the river.
The collector's part in me is very happy right now. What can you get, closer to the Beatles and to the White Album than coming to a place where much of that music was written?
Who knows? Maybe it's true.
Maybe we'll find a hidden George Harrison guitar.
Yeah, or maybe two, why not? Okay, so now let's get into the museum. So now this place is open as a museum. You can pay a ticket and go in. Doesn't look like much from the outside, but let's check it inside. As always, the price for locals, for Indians, is 150. For foreigners is 600 rupees, and well, let's see if it's worth it. So this is the entrance. For Indians, 150. Seniors and students, only Indian students, they have a discount, and for foreigners, 600 rupees, no exception. Hello, dog. And he's trying to soak in the nature. I wonder what that is. It looks like a room, and that on top looks like the shower or something.
I think it was like a hut where some of the people in the Maharishi camp lived. There are a lot of films with the Beatles from that era, but that's mostly because Maharishi was also a man that was very, clever about publicity. So he had a lot of reporters come here and take photos.
He's trying the local huts.
I'm searching for George Harrison's guitar.
Good luck with that.
Rumor has it there's a Gibson buried.
No, there's no rumor. No, follow him.
There's a pantry.
Although I must show my most cynical side. I don't know why they charge so much when this place looks like part of Chernobyl or something. Okay, now come back. I'm too afraid to step on the stairs. Look at the stairs. Come on, this is like madness. Come back, please. Stop searching for stuff that they're not there.
Seek and you shall find.
Yes.
George Harrison said.
No, he did not.
He did.
He did? Oh god.
This was hut number 3. Let's see what's behind hut number 4.
Oh, stop it. Okay, so this is actually a tiger reserve. Whatever.
I think it starts from here.
So it starts from here. I don't know why I was so blunt to believe that the main attraction point is the Beatles.
Oh yeah, but the Beatles lived in the nice huts, not these huts. They lived in the huts up the hill.
Oh god. To know, it doesn't seem like anything too nice around here. Looks pretty much abandoned to me. You know, really, how is this different than any other, abandoned site from, let's say, Romania?
The Beatles stayed here.
Yeah, okay.
And I know the pictures and the videos of the Beatles walking around.
Okay.
That's it.
Beautiful. And I think this is what we were looking. This is a photo gallery. The Beatles visit Maharishi in Rishikesh. Photograph journey. Excited.
I think you have to go, so.
Let's go inside. Looks extremely happy here. Happy place.
So I guess this is Prudence.
Who is Prudence?
You know the song Dear Prudence?
Yes.
I think Prudence was Mia Farrow's sister.
Okay. Oh, these are a lot of pictures. Probably you can find them online.
Yes, we can. This is the most famous of them, actually.
This one?
Yeah. think he just broke that.
He looks very happy.
He looks peaceful.
So basically this is all you need to know. I'm a bit confused.
Yes.
So you want to tell me that the transcendental meditation inspired the Beatles to write Let It Be song?
No. It inspired John to write Across the Universe, that's on the Let It Be album. So that Jai Guru Deva Om, it's like a mantra. Apparently Jai Guru was the name of one of the people living who was a friend of John. So the lyrics to those songs, like Hurdy-Gurdy Man of Donovan and Across the Universe, are supposedly inspired by meditation.
Transcendental meditation.
Yes, and apparently the GM song by the Beach Boys, and the Stevie Wonder song. But this is a great song, Across the Universe, and of course Hurdy-Gurdy Man is also really good.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's what they say.
this is our chance. It's basically showing you how every area of your
Life can be improved if you practice this kind of meditation. Mental health, relationships. You're gonna become just a better person, you know. So the reason for which we are in India right now.
I didn't want to tell you, but it was just to come to Rishikesh. Just, if you think about it, everybody's praying to something, and everybody's trying to believe in something. Why not just believe in nice songs?
Yes, we believe in music.
Love?
Love.
Peace and love?
Peace and love. Surprisingly, there are a lot of murals here in the Beatles Ashram. Oh. And then it's a weird smell. What does it smell like?
Weed. It smells like weed.
Okay. So here we are in the course hall in the Beatles Ashram, and although it's quite abandoned, somebody was maybe hired to paint the walls with the Beatles, so that's a very nice thing for pictures.
It's a nice touch. I mean, they didn't really have that much when they reopened this place. It was basically abandoned, from what I understand, for a few decades. So it was open last year. They're trying to make it nice for tourists. But
Yeah.
this has more of a symbolic significance. Apparently this was the place where people who would pay the classes would come here in the evenings and the Maharishi would speak to them. So supposedly this is what happened in 67 as well.
So I think this is the peak of our spiritual journey in India.
Yes, simply because we believe in this. So this is probably the lesson. It's spiritual as long as you believe in something. Yeah. Pues muy buenas noches, espectadores. Right, so this is either over commercialization at its best, or it's just something symbolic. If you're in love with the Beatles or you're in love with the 60s or meditation, this was the place where the Maharishi would give his classes late in the evening. So by the time the Beatles came here in 1967, the Maharishi was already famous for a couple of decades. But of course, he's more famous to the Western world because of his association with the Beatles. And this is a place that was deserted from what I understand for a few decades. They're just putting this back together. So what they're doing is they're adding some nice artwork, some nice graffiti on the walls just to make it more interesting to tourists, because otherwise obviously this would just be an empty hole. So it is quite lovely. What did the Beatles actually achieve here? Well, on the one hand, they did learn to meditate, something that they always claimed they did even after leaving Rishikesh. Besides that, they wrote most of the White Album here. So what exactly was the influence of India on the Beatles' music? Well, most of all was the influence on George Harrison's playing. He's interested in Indian music, especially this guy, Ravi Shankar. So basically, from what I understand, George Harrison came to India to buy a sitar and get some sitar lessons from Ravi Shankar, the most famous sitar player. Besides that, it was just, I guess, the place itself is very peaceful. So they wrote songs like Dear Prudence here, really much of the White Album. Back in the USSR, I Will, that's a Paul McCartney song. George Harrison wrote a bunch of songs. I think he also wrote While My Guitar Gently Weeps here. I may be wrong about that. Famously, John Lennon wrote Across the Universe here. So a very profound effect. Musical-wise, just a basic feel of the place. And for George Harrison, it did influence his sound for most of his career after that.
Okay, I have a confession to make. For whatever reason, although this place, I'm talking right now, although this place is, it's abandoned, somehow it gives me a good feeling like you are somewhere in Europe or something. I don't know why. Do you have the same feeling?
I do, because it's overly touristic, which is good.
It's not. It's empty. Okay.
I don't know. There are a lot of Westerners.
Okay, yeah. That is right.
The Jai Gurudev. Apparently Jai Gurudev was somebody that...
What's crazy about this place is that you can find hidden murals all over the place. Like, for example, here. This building looks like it's about to be demolished, but still, this is very beautiful. Okay. I don't even know where's the path. 84 meditation chambers built from local river rock. Each chamber represents Let It Be. Although Let It Be was not written here, you can find a lot of references to it here. And this is the view over the city and the Ganges from the ashram. Not bad. It's definitely a peaceful place, I'll give you that. It's not bad. So this is the building in which the Beatles stayed during their time here in India, in Rishikesh. I think this is one of the first buildings, yeah?
I think so, because it said built in the 60s.
Okay. So, pretty basic rooms, I guess. Pretty basic construction. Yeah. Pretty not take care of. Okay.
Too bad you don't know which one's which.
Maybe they didn't stay here.
Hey, George.
So Eddie believes that he is the reincarnation of John Lennon. Please tell us more. I think this is the bathroom. Yeah, they really had a bathroom. Look, with a bathtub actually. So probably maybe this is where, who knows, Ringo or John stayed in. What's your intuition telling you?
Not much. Not much. There are not a lot of rooms, so I guess only the most important guests stay here.
Okay, say goodbye to this lovely abandoned house.
Goodbye, lovely abandoned house.
So, from what Eddie told me, this house was very basic, but when the Maharishi
Yes.
found out that the Beatles wanted to come here, then he quickly tried to step up his game, so and make the accommodation look more like Western house, like a Western house. So you can see inside there's also bathrooms, and the rooms are quite large, and yeah, I think it's pretty basic, but not bad. It was. Eddie is so in love with this place. He doesn't want to leave. I mean, it's just an abandoned house where the Beatles stayed in for only 1 month 40 years ago. Or more. 50? 68. They were here in 68, so. tough life. Taking pictures everywhere. So these are the Himalaya mountains.
We're at the foothills of the Himalayas. Give us a chance.
Smoke weed. Love is my religion. Life is not what appears to be. Love is the solution to nothing. Imagine. Here to peace. Now, whoever thought about these murals all over the ashram is a very, very bright person. We really loved them. We followed all of them all around. Look, we're actually on top of one of the buildings, the dormitories for people who were coming here to meditate. And this is like a 3rd-story building, 4-story building. Yeah, so we are on top of it. It's actually really huge. I love the drawings. It's very nice. Makes you want to discover every inch of this place. However, I think 2-3 hours around here, if you are truly a Beatles fan, should be enough. If you're not a huge fan of pictures of Beatles, then you're gonna be really bored in maybe 1 hour. But it's definitely worth a visit. And I think yoga and the Beatles fans are the people who come here in the first place, so don't miss it. We do not see things as they are, we see things as we are.
This is Maharishi Tiger Reserve.